This one here is kind of like a mystery log, but it's an oak. And judging by what I'm seeing here on the bark, it looks like it's a pin oak, which is a form of red oak. A lot of people call it the same thing. There's actually a lot of different kinds of red oak out there. There's southern red oak, or scarlet red oak, pin oak. You know, there's all kinds of different red oaks out there. And this looks like pin oak right here. And pin oak is not as valuable as the southern red oak that people like to get around here, but it looks okay. A lot of people can't tell the difference if you put them beside each other. They all look the same. They got the medullary rays going on. Colors are the same. Characteristics are the same. The odor's different. Not that that matters after it's kiln dried. This kind of oak right here kind of stinks just a little. But other than that, it's good stuff. It's a red oak. It's a little bit over 10 feet long. A little bit of a bow in this one, so we'll saw the hump first. I got the hump on the top. We'll go 180 and get the horns and take care of that. And we're going to do 4/4 boards on this one. And this is a customer log. It belongs to a buddy of mine. He's got a farm down the road, got about 300 acres. And I know for a fact this log has been down for at least 4 years, maybe longer. The power department came through on a right-of-way, did a clear cut on his farm, and took down everything that was close to the power lines. It was a lot of oak. He ended up bringing them over here, and there was about 25 or 30 of them down in the log yard. We got to saw up for him. And you know, sometimes he leaves them laying for a while, sometimes he brings them over fresh. It really just depends on how busy the guy is. But I'm telling you, this oak right here, you know, as bad as it looks, and it looks pretty darn bad, it looks nasty. You know, if this was at a log yard, a commercial log yard, it would go straight to the, you know, the pulpwood pit, or go right to the firewood pile. You know, they would not be putting something like this in the sawmill. You know, a lot of guys like me wouldn't be sawing something up like this. You know, they'd go ahead and just take it to the burn pile or throw it in the log splitter and try to get a little firewood revenue out of it. But in my experiences with oak and red oak in this area here, northeast Tennessee, when it's on the ground in timber form like this, now if it was already sawed up on the ground, it'd probably start rotting on you. Red oak does not do very well in the elements. But being it's been a log this whole time, and it had, you know, a little bit of protection here with the bark, it's probably not going to be too bad. It feels good and solid here on the end grain on both sides. A little bit of taper right here. I think we've got 22 inches down here and about 18 inches on the other side. But other than that, I think it's going to be okay. You know, we'll square this up the best we can, and we'll do one buys out of it. And you know, something else that you see in red oak like this, we'll probably have a lot of mineral stains, we'll probably have some bud damage, and a lot of character. It's probably gonna look pretty nice. You know, going guys, exciting stuff here. I love logs like this that most people would give up on. Because you guys know better than most, there's a lot of good stuff hiding in here. Famous last words right there. We'll probably be okay. Probably okay. Everything looks okay. A little soft right there. I'm gonna quit touching it. Should be okay. Let's see how it goes. Alright friends, I'll shut the engine off for just a second to show you guys this. Check that out. This is about 12 inches wide, and other than a little spalting right there on that sap, it's kind of soft right there also. Probably edge that off after we kiln dry it. But other than that, this right here is some very nice red oak, guys. Check it out. No defects, no major knots, nice and clear. Some nice cathedral patterns right there in the middle. Man alive, look at that. Who would have thought that would be hiding underneath that nasty bark right there? You never know about these trees, guys. You never know. Got a little bit of some nastiness right there on the bottom, but we have one more cut to make right there on the bottom. I'll come down a little bit deeper so I get rid of that little punky sapwood right there. But other than that, man, we're in good shape here. This is nice. This right here is the best face right here as far as being clear. So this is what we'll saw into. Once we flip this over, we'll saw down to this right here. We'll probably square up that pith the best we can. And I'll tell you what, guys, I'm having second thoughts here. I'm gonna check the other end. If the pith is right there about the same position on this end, we just might quarter saw this bad boy. I mean, this is really nice right here. I'd love to see some medullary rays coming out on these boards right here. Let's go check the other end. All right, guys, unfortunately, we have two problems here. Problem number one, a bunch of ants coming out. I'll spray those right there, no big deal. But the pith right here, you can see it's up way too high to quarter saw this thing. That's okay. We will still flat saw it and get some really nice boards. And there was a lot of taper in this timber, so I did not expect to have a good quarter saw candidate anyways. Look at those things coming out, guys. We got some kind of beast right there on the very top. What's going on here?